All right, and just like that, we are ready for our penultimate game, which is another look at Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for PS1 by Rico, but with a little twist. Go ahead and take it away, Rico.
What's up, guys? Back. Yeah, so this is a miscellaneous category for HP1 PS1 called Superspeed. And I am extremely fond of this one, as you guys will see momentarily. Alright, let me make sure everything's set up. So I'll count down from three. Three, two, one, go. Alright, so I have it timed on my own split for mine, but that was a little early just because we actually do the Quidditch abuse in this category, so I did have to create a save file. But yeah, again, there's a 1.5 minute cutscene at the beginning of this game. Can't skip this at all, but... So basically, Superspeed is a miscellaneous category that was actually emulator only for a while. Because it uses a Game Shark code that was only, like, for the long time, they only knew how to get it to work on the NTSC Canadian version of this game on EPSXE. And then I think the Red Hot BR went into the code and changed like 1 byte of it, and it managed to work on NTSCU. And then I own a Game Shark conveniently, so I tested it on console and it worked. So recently, in the past few months, the time for the record in this category has gone down by minutes, just because it's actually been getting attention, mostly by me, but also by like 1 or 2 other people. And just like having fast disk speed on PS2 again saves minutes off of the run. So that's a huge improvement also. So like I think the old record was like 1 hour and 2, and a few months ago I was grinding this and I got the record down to 54 minutes. And yeah, this is the only HP1 PS1 category that is sub 1 hour, so it's gonna be an adventure.
And Slytherin will help you on your way to greatness. No? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor.
So I'm sure you can tell by the name of the category being Superspeed, that the Game Shark code in question makes Harry move really fast. So anytime I'm holding L1, Harry just darts forward, which we will see here because it also works in cutscenes. Like that. So by doing that, I can actually skip the conversation with Dumbledore and just go right to this door. And we just go down the staircase up into the Charms corridor, and we're already at Ron. And his dialogue doesn't work. Tutorial skip is something that we've always theorized as being theoretically possible in any percent. Superspeed doesn't care about theory, we're just gonna do it. Alright, so it is a little precise, and I got it first try. Cool. So corners work really weird with Superspeed. If you like go perfectly at an angle into a corner, you can just clip up to the higher floor of just any room. So with that, we skip the entire tutorial. I got a little too far ahead, but that should... Okay, let's just lock on. And yeah, so we took the 4.5 minute tutorial and made it approximately 30 to 40 seconds long. So you can't super speed everywhere, but you can through most things. And then you can run in this cutscene and just ignore Neville because we don't want to listen to him. So we don't really want to do flying lessons either, so I'm just going to super speed past this trigger of picking up the broom. And this leaves us here, and we can just go straight to Malfoy, but we don't have any spells, so instead of going to Malfoy, let's just go to like, I don't know, let's go to like the dungeon. So Snape is blocking our way, and there's this magical barrier around him that we can't get through unless we have the sloth brain. But Harry's really fast, and Snape didn't account for that, so we just walk past him. So that, the Four Eyes part of the dungeon that you guys saw about like an hour into the run yesterday that I did, we're about to do it right now. And there was also this really garbage skip in old any% called Early Four Eyes. It involved clipping out of bounds to get to the other side of this room. You can do it with super speed here, but it's still a little tricky, so hopefully I get it first try. Oh, okay, cool. I promise that is not as easy as I just made it look. That's actually like a very annoying thing to do at the beginning of the run. But yeah, now we are in Four Eyes, 5 minutes into the run. So. And then here we can move up and just skip the cutscene with Peeves, so we're never introduced to him. And then much of this is really the same as normal any percent. I do take it a little slow in some parts here just because you can lose a lot of time by just like overshooting a jump. But yeah, so that's the really cool thing about tutorial skip, or about super speed in general, is that tutorial skip and Snape skip are two things that are like supposedly possible if we make more discoveries in regular any percent, but they're like kind of just outside of the realm of possibility, and super speed just makes them possible. I didn't even lock on onto the eye. Okay. This category has a lot of major skips, including a few that I just did. There's more skips in this category than there are in normal any percent, just because super speed lets you. Like, when you see that this category is over 15 minutes faster than normal any percent, you would think that would be, oh, it's because he's moving really fast, so it just like the movement is just so much faster. And like that's partly true, but I would say a huge amount of the time save is just like those two skips at the beginning that you're only able to do in this category. Because we don't attend any classes in this, for example, because just doing Snape and like the dungeons early means we don't have to do Wingardium Leviosa or Incendio, and the game just gives us everything we need when we do Quidditch Abuse. So you can super speed in this next room. I prefer not to, though, because you can actually go too far, and you can clip into an infinite falling loop past this wall, and if you do that, you die, which puts you back at the beginning of the... I don't even know why I'm fighting this knight, because I can just do that. Yeah. And then again, I can super speed to start taking damage during this eye cutscene. But if I die before it finishes, then it doesn't count as me killing the final eye, so I'm going to wait it out. But now we can just fly forward. And of course now I'm not getting the fast auto kill.
Well done. Don't be transfixed.
And then from here we just walk back out here. So before Quidditch Abuse was found, at this point in the run, we would just go up to the upper castle and do Transfiguration and like the Peeves race and everything. But Quidditch Abuse lets us skip all of that, so we're actually going to go to the castle grounds now. However, there is somebody blocking the castle grounds because we never fought him, and that would be Draco Malfoy. So we do still have to do this boss fight. Even though Malfoy isn't standing there right now, we can't open the door to the outside until we lift these hourglasses onto the pedestals. And once we do that, the boss fight just triggers automatically. So we do have to fight Malfoy in this category. See, he just like magically spawns. The hourglasses summoned him. This is exactly the same as any percent. Super speed doesn't really do much in this scenario, and I mean, even if it was like even if it worked properly here, I don't think it would be useful. So this is really just any percent. And then, much like I explained yesterday, the key to this fight is just standing and moving in specific ways, which manipulates Malfoy into doing exactly what you want him to do. And there's Crab flexing again with his one slightly larger arm.
So disturbing.
Right? I just like the noise he makes. Just mmm.
Crab, you.
So my last PB in this category was actually during Potterthon, and it was also a record, which it still is. So we'll see if I can repeat that, but I messed up the third phase on Malfoy, so it's not looking too good right now. There's a lot of slop in this run, though. It's annoying because the run I had immediately before this one, like the day before Potterthon, that run was like nearly perfect for my skill level, but then I died in the final boss, which loses almost 2 minutes. So it was a like low 53 pace that ended up being like a mid 54. But like other than that, the run was like almost perfect for me. It was like absolutely incredible. And then the next day when I did Potterthon, well, actually, quick diversion. Harry is in this Great Hall cutscene, which you can show if you just do super speed. He just like zooms to the front table. But yeah, so the run I did in Potterthon was honestly kind of sloppy for me, but it had 2 minutes of time save in Voldemort, so that's how I managed to PB. But that also just means there's a lot of time save across the entire run. Because of how fast Harry moves, it's actually really hard to like do this category optimally. Like, it's very easy to lose time.
Gryffindor.
So
Gryffindor are in the lead on house points. Will Slytherin hold the House Cup for a 7th consecutive year?
all right, so we're gonna walk out here, and it's gonna play the cutscene where Harry like looks outside, and I'm just gonna super speed forward. But also Hagrid's just like not here, and Harry's not sure what he's doing, so he's just like kind of. All right. So we already have all the spells we needed, so we don't need to do any classes. I'm pretty sure the classes are actually locked off.
If you can. I used to have a puffs game.
So if you watched the Any Percent run yesterday by Ginge, you know there's this really tricky skip called Fire Seed Skip. Fire Seed Skip's cool, but it's kind of hard, so I kind of prefer this alternative that I like to call a Fire Seed Skip, if I can get it. There we go.
Follow me, Harry. This is the entrance to the Quidditch pitch. But first years like us aren't allowed to play.
So there's some neat things about these cutscenes here, is that if you try to super speed out of them, you actually dodge the triggers to trigger the cutscene, so you actually just have to wait them out. Like if I tried to super speed past Neville there, I would actually leave the room.
So I think you can, and you better.
So this is the one place where super speed on the broom is like actually kind of useful. Everywhere else it's like just not even controllable. But even then, like Malfoy kind of like pseudo rubber bands through it, where like you can catch up to him, but also if you get too close to him, he can speed up. But sometimes you also just like pull ahead of him, so I'm not really sure how it works here. Yeah, that was very fast.
Here.
And then here we're gonna begin the Quidditch section of the run. So we do Quidditch abuse much like Any Percent, because it does cut out the entirety of the upper castle. Also, that was just a nice, interesting side effect of super speed. Let's see if I can dodge the dialogue here.
Wow.
Oh, nope, I hit Ron.
As soon as I heard.
If you do it properly, you can. Okay, cool. Yeah, this happens sometimes when you try to enter a doorway at the same time as another character. But yeah, if I did that properly, I would have made it so I could only talk to Hagrid.
Welcome to the Gryffindor. Remember.
But yeah, this is this and then Gringotts and like the rest of Diagon Alley is extremely similar to any percent, and it's just we can't really avoid it just because Quidditch Abuse saves so much time. So this is going to be a huge downtime portion of the run, which thankfully is like 15 minutes in. But if there's any announcements or donations that come in, this is the best place to do them.
For sure, no donations yet, but as I just put in the chat, our ultimate super stretch goal, like unbelievable, there's no way it can happen, was $750. We're at $610 right now. So only $140 away, which I don't think is super unreasonable. So let's see if we can hit that ultimate goal and raise all of that money for, of course, Trans Lifeline, which is a grassroots hotline and micro grants nonprofit organization offering direct emotional and financial support for trans people in crisis. It is a group made for the trans community and by the trans community. So the cause is super important. Get those donations in. We have the rest of this run and our super secret bonus run to close this out.
Sounds good. You guys should definitely donate. It's a very important cause. Alright, one more ring should do this. Oh, I was too early. Alright. Alright, so that is the first of 3 Quidditch matches done. Alright, so once again, Snape is gonna confiscate the book from Hagrid that we never got, and Harry's just gonna, you know, strut in place.
As soon as
And then we're gonna see this. Ron's gonna come tell us about the map, and sometimes we can super speed just through the gate. See if we can get it, and we got it. That weirdly enough only works when you're actually like in the cutscene. All right, so I'm gonna have to save and quit here. All right. So this is the biggest skip in just like all the, just the entire game is the Quidditch abuse. So for some reason, this game's coding is very effectively done. And if you complete the Ravenclaw Quidditch match in the like Quidditch League mode and then go back into the story mode without saving, the game thinks that you have finished the Ravenclaw Quidditch match in story. So it just skips the entire middle portion of the game. Like, it would skip the dungeons, which we've already done, but it also skips the upper castle. But to get to the Ravenclaw Quidditch match in the Quidditch League, we have to play Hufflepuff again. So this is just playing Hufflepuff and then playing Ravenclaw right afterwards. So funny enough, I accidentally found like a I guess accidentally, quote unquote. I found a minor time save in this recently where, because we don't have to save the game after this point, what a lot of people were doing was they'd finish the Quidditch match, and then when it checks the memory card and prompts you to save, they just hit triangle. And one day I was just sitting there and I was like, you know, if we don't save, why not just take the memory card out beforehand? And I tried it. And because it can't check for the memory card, like it checks for it and just immediately says, oh, the memory card's not there, it saves the time of loading the memory card, and it's like 3 seconds per match, so just a random 6-minute time save just by taking the memory card out. And I told everybody about this, and they're like, why didn't we ever think of doing this? So. But yeah. That's kind of like, I kind of have this weird track record of just like finding things by accident in this game. Like the massive time save on 100% from earlier this year was just like something I found on complete accident when I was trying to learn the category. I went for a quick catch there, but I didn't get it. Yeah, if you properly time your button input there, you can actually grab the snitch right as the prompt shows up. It doesn't lose any time to go for, so it's always worth it. And it saves like a couple seconds when you get it. Yeah, but there. It checks for the memory card and immediately sees that it's not there, so it just says no memory card inserted, and then it prompts you to continue. And that's a lot faster than waiting for the memory card to load.
Watch out. Remember.
Still a good time to read a couple donations.
Oh yeah, go for it.
We have $1 from Ashlyn, who says, still here and donating. Thank you so much, Ashlyn. She keeps donating here and there throughout the event. We really appreciate that.
A glint of gold.
We also have $5 from Ronaldo_Fortnite saying, yo, Rico, love the PS1 Harry Potter. Good luck, said the duck.
Thanks,
The
Ronaldo.
crowd is on its feet. Come on, Harry Potter. Potter's under fire from the bludgers. Potter's getting
Yeah, so this is the Ravenclaw Quidditch match. Like I said yesterday, I think this Quidditch match is a lot easier than the story-based one that you do in No Major Skips. But it's still pretty laggy, so that should overall be fine.
Here comes the Ravenclaw Seeker.
I have to team kill my own Hogwarts house in this Quidditch match.
If it makes you feel good, you're winning with mine.
I suppose.
Makes me feel good. I guess I should have phrased it that way.
It's the ultimate act of heresy. I'm repping my Hogwarts house while playing as a character from another house.
Potter is so close.
I've never played the later Harry Potter games. Do you play as Luna at any point? Because maybe I should speedrun that game.
Not that I'm aware of, but I only
that's-
handhelds 1 through 3, so I don't know.
Yeah, I actually, the only like Harry Potter games I've played are the PS1 and PC versions of this, and I've played like a little bit of GBC 1, and then I played PS1 of the HP2, and that's it.
Potter has the snitch.
Alright, I missed a couple rings there, partly because lag, partly because I was distracted. I can't believe I've been banned from chat. Alright, so we finished the Ravenclaw Quidditch match, therefore the game thinks we've completed the match in the story, so as long as we just don't leave this save file and go into the game, we'll walk back out to the Quidditch pitch and Hagrid will be there. Yep. So, once again, Hagrid's dragon that we never hatched is sick, so we have to make a tonic for him. So I've tried super speeding in this cutscene, and it causes this really weird effect where this pan back just happens like 3 times in a row as Hagrid talks to you, so I'm gonna not press that button.
We need 3. Go to Gringo. I'm off to the leaky.
Alright, so you can super speed here to get to Gringotts faster, which actually does cause this girl to enter the door sooner. But like because she enters when you like hit a certain trigger, so I had to walk back to make her enter. Alright, Gringotts is like the exact same as any percent. Super speed is very, very finicky on slippery floor to the point that it's not even worth it, aside from like one spot. And it doesn't affect the coin minigames, so again, this is 11 minutes of auto-scroller. If any more donations come in, it's the perfect time still.
Sounds good. I'm just laughing at something in the chat. It says the bonus run is just a glitched game that you play as PS1 Hagrid the whole time.
Yeah, I saw that. That would be a great game.
That would be great. If we had figured out a way to do that, that's what the bonus game would be. I promise. But that's not it. That's not it. But yes, thank you. We are, of course, the Trans Rights Are Magical Marathon. It's formed by several people in the speedrunning community at large supporting trans people, and as a response to the anti-trans rhetoric put forth by the series creator of Harry Potter, we strongly believe here that everybody that identifies as trans is valid in their identity, and any identity they hold while trans is of course also valid. Trans rights are human rights, and the event was created to obviously raise funds for Trans Lifeline in response to the anti-trans rhetoric that the creator put forth. So continue to get those donations in. If you do donate, you can save your donations receipts and write them off on your taxes, as they are our 501c3 nonprofit. And of course, if your employer rather offers charitable donation matching, feel free to reach out to them as well, and they can see if they can match your donation.
So something I didn't mention that happened as I was entering this door is that you actually can use super speed during the cutscene where the door unlocks. And if you do that, sometimes Harry will just get to the door and just do nothing. But then it still saves time because you don't have to watch Harry walk over to the door. But sometimes you can get to the door and just open it on your own, which I was able to do there. So that saves like a couple seconds at the end of every paperwork minigame. Otherwise, this is Gringotts Coins. It's the bane of all casual players. And then for speedrunners, it's really easy unless you play 100%, and then it's the bane of like all the speedrunners. But other than that, there's really not too much to say about it. I'm getting the bonus gems because it's good practice and because I can. But I have to intentionally leave at least one behind, otherwise I get the wizard card, which actually does lose time. So you only want to do it in categories where you need to.
Congratulations. Please return.
So this next minigame is Sickle, and this is like one of the only spots where I actually use the super speed on this slippery floor. It gives us a means to just like very quickly go up this hill. Other than that, it's not really useful aside from getting to doors early. Come on. I missed the paperwork. I assert that the goblin waxing the floor is the real villain of this game. Wow, I got 2 of the doors in a row. That's pretty nice, actually. See if I can get the third one with Galleon. Galleon, I feel, is like the easiest door to get. And I always like miss with Knut and Sickle.
Hello, I wonder if you'll get a bonus gem. Be careful, me. Remember, sweet good luck.
This is not a particularly exciting part of the run. It's just kind of the side effect of Quidditch abuse. But Quidditch abuse has saved such a disproportionately large amount of time that it also just makes the run easier, so you just gotta do it. But it just ends up putting this huge like auto-scroller portion in the middle of the run because you do 3 Quidditch matches in a row and then you're just immediately thrown into Gringotts and Diagon Alley. So it's a very big downtime part of any run that has Quidditch abuse. Oh, I got the gems this time. I missed those yesterday.
Got to get that hundo practice in when you can.
I'm mostly doing it to flex. I don't think I'm doing hundo anytime soon, but yeah. It's just like I have to do it.
Congratulations. Please return.
Alright. Alright, so one more minigame after this, and again, I'm going to use Super Speed to just go up this ramp real quickly.
Excellent. If you wish.
I really do question the safety of this bank if you can just slip around like this everywhere on the floor. It just doesn't seem logistically smart. Alright, let's see if I can get this last quick door. Well, first I need to grab the last piece of paperwork. Yep, I got it. They kind of just hand you that one. Like, sometimes you just... The angle at which Harry goes to the door when you super speed, it just puts him at the correct spot, and he just opens it.
Ah, the other goblin staring at the cross button. Be careful, mister. They're a bonus.
So yeah, the versions of Harry Potter actually, like, differ by console, and they're all, like, completely different games. So this version of the game is the PS1 version, which is completely different from the PC version, the Game Boy Color version, the Game Boy Advance version, and the 6th gen version, which would be PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. Yeah, there is a 6th gen version of this game, and from what I have heard by literally anybody who's ever told me anything about it, it is very, very bad. It was released like after Chamber of Secrets, because I guess they wanted to cash in more on Sorcerer's Stone, and Chamber of Secrets I think was successful on 6th gen. So they're like, oh well, let's make a 6th gen version of the first book, and it ended up just being a buggier, like less complete version of Chamber of Secrets.
All right, to jump in with a donation here, I figured it's probably good, but
Yeah,
just check.
good.
Yeah. We have a $34 donation from Cassasaur, who says, "Thank you to everyone who's made this marathon such a success. I didn't know what to expect when I had the idea to create this, but I am blown away by everyone's support. From the bottom of my heart, thank you." And we thank you, Cassasaur, for having the idea to come up with a event of this nature. Thank you so much for conceptualizing it for us.
Yeah, it was a really good idea, given light of things that the creator of Harry Potter has said. And it's just a good way to show support for trans communities. And I'm glad that it's been very successful so far. It's always good to see.
Also puts us at $650. That is $100 away from our super stretch goal. We have the rest of this run and, of course, our super secret bonus run. And I don't even know what I'm going to do if we hit 750. So just thank you so much for your generosity. And hopefully we can hit that last goal of ours.
Well done, mister. You can return to...
Alright, so that's all the money we need. Well, for in the game, not in the donation. You guys should keep donating. So yeah, now I need to attempt to leave Gringotts or crash into the wall drying. And then from here we just do well, I didn't dodge the goblin. Oh well. It's like 2 seconds. Alright, so now we do all of the Diagon Alley minigames. The Toad one is kind of funny with Super Speed because it's still RNG based. But at the same time, I can very quickly move between the top and bottom floor. Let's see if I get better RNG tonight.
Be quick though.
Yep, okay, that's a really good start. That is the best place for the Toad to be at the beginning. Alright, now he's upstairs. Alright, yeah, that's about as good as I can ask for. The only thing that would be better if it was like the bottom floor 3 times in a row. Alright, so next up is Ollivanders. You would think that Super Speed would make this significantly easier, but it honestly kind of doesn't. The Peacock is just terrible. We'll see how this goes, though.
My Pete, I must warn. Have a good.
Alright, Alright, where's... Okay, there. See if it cooperates today. Oh, this is so much better so far. So I actually wait a bit, which I forgot to do yesterday, but you should wait like a couple seconds after getting a feather, because there's like a cooldown time where the peacock actually just won't drop a feather. Okay, I said it was really good, and now he's just like not cooperating at all. Okay, there we go, that's fine. So I just need to get one more. That wasn't the best, but it was also so much better than the one I got yesterday. Alright, and then the Owl Emporium is like exactly the same, just because it is an auto-scroller. I think there was one time I managed to skip this cutscene where the store clerk talks to you, but I don't think I've been able to repeat it.
Excellent.
Just like right now, where I definitely didn't get it.
Once he's fed.
Wingardium Leviosa.
So you can't super speed those peanuts right into the owl's mouth?
Nope, if you try to super speed in this, it actually moves Harry, which is useless. Yeah, so the way the code works is that I think it changes the value of like Harry's lateral movement. So like when you're standing in place, his movement is 0, and then super speed just makes it when you press L1, it just gets overwritten with a really fast value. We've actually messed with making the code make Harry move even faster, but the game breaks too much for it to be playable. So we just settled on this. Like, you can make it move so fast that Harry just, like, doesn't move at all because he's going too fast for the game to understand. Alright, so that is Diagon Alley, so now we'll be doing the Forbidden Forest.
Well done.
So...
Home again at last.
Well, first we're gonna give the dragon tonic to this dragon that is somehow alive because we didn't birth him.
We've done it.
And then just super speed, and Hagrid actually follows where Harry is, so he just turns around in the cutscene. So the nice thing about the Forbidden Forest is that super speed lets you skip like every single obstacle aside from the fire turtles. So like all the incendios you can clip through, which means I don't even need to bring up the prompt that tells me what the fast incendio inputs are, because the only incendio that's done is actually against the Devil's Snare.
Collect the dragon from the tower and return him to Romania. Once Norbert had been freed, however, Malfoy sprang his trap. Harry was caught by Professor McGonagall. For his detention, Harry was to make his way into the Forbidden Forest and search for a wounded unicorn.
Let's split up. It should be careful. I better go if I'm not back.
Alright, so here we just super speed. We can super speed through this wall. The wall of like vine doesn't actually hurt us. I went too far and was not paying attention, but then from here we just jump across the gap like that because Harry's got legs. And then here we can do bridge skip. So much easier than what I tried to do yesterday. And then we do still have to fight the turtle, unfortunately. So, I was doing a practice run and I actually managed to dodge this Malfoy cutscene and I've never been able to do it since. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Oh, what? Now I dodged the Hagrid cutscene, which I've never done before. I'm not sure what I did there. Alright. Let's see if I can get this. Nope. Let's try again. There we go. Oh, so this is my favorite. Go get him, Harry. And then nobody passes out after the epic stare down. So, quick question. Did something happen with the timer on the stream? Because it says we're at 35.5 minutes, at least on my end, and that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, we had an issue with the timer portion. So the timer is a little off from what is probably actual time.
Yeah, we just passed 40 minutes on my timer, so all good. Just curious. All right, so I have to actually be very careful not to super speed in this room. So during this flute minigame, Hagrid, or you actually can't move Harry, and you also can't put the owl to sleep if you're not right next to it. So if I get in a spot where I can't reach the owl, then the game soft locks. So let's not do that. But once we do that, we should be fine.
Out like a, but you'd best be.
Harry just leaves before Hagrid's done talking to him.
I've been doing some
And then
reading
here,
on
just
Nicholas
Harry
Flamm's
just
wizard that Harry
vibrates with
mentioned.
violent rage as Hermione and Ron talk to him.
Supposedly, if it's here, we have to find Ron and I. Come on, Ron. I suppose.
Just to zoom in on Harry's face. So in normal any percent, this would be where you get the sloth brain, because that's how getting the sloth brain is how you gain access to the dungeons. We've already done the dungeons, so here we just instead go straight to the upper castle because it is already unlocked. So. And then we'll have another clip in here. So if I go into this corner properly... Oh, not like that. Let's try again. Oh, come on. Does not want to cooperate today. There we go. That should work. Yep, we're on the top floor, just magically. Alright, so I'm going to try a cutscene skip here. It's really, really precise, though, so if I don't get it after a couple tries, I'll just trigger the cutscene. Let's try it a little to the left. Yeah, we'll just watch the cutscene. That's a very, very annoying one.
There are things in... No, indeed. Dumbledore has ordered that no...
Yeah, so to get to the room with Fluffy, we have to have done the Forbidden Corridor. So that's why we're doing this now. And I have to be very careful with super speed in this room, because I can go fast enough that I pass Filch and he sees me. Alright, so oddly enough, when you do Quidditch abuse, this door just automatically opens, and we don't know why. So that just makes that room significantly faster. And then from there, we just go into here. And we watch this cutscene.
Yes, Mr. Filch. Professor. Well, I see. But we have... There is some... We can't let... No, indeed. See that you do, Mr. Filch. I have something special planned for anyone.
Snape still has something special planned for anyone. So this next room is actually really, really tricky with super speed. Let's see if I can get it, but I regularly fail this one. And it loses like, I want to say 20 seconds to get caught here. So it's not a big deal, but it's still annoying. I have to wait for Mrs. Norris to pass the cloak. And if I do this properly, I can grab the cloak, grab the key, and then just there. And that's faster than having to wait for, like, and do the cloakless strat of normal any %. Snape looks like Adam Driver. He kind of does in this. Alright, so this room has another corner clip, and I, for whatever reason, couldn't get it when I did a practice run a few days ago. We'll see if I have better luck now. There we go. Guess not. Guess we'll lose a little bit of time here, too. I don't know what, that one's just been not cooperating recently. So I have to wait for the cloak to respawn here, which is just really annoying. Yeah. Alright, and with that we should be at the end game. Alright, so I like to refer to the end game as the part of the game where we skip basically everything, and it's great because Superspeed lets us. So every house in this cutscene except for Slytherin has 0 points because it scales based off of the number of points you have. And Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff always have less than you, and in that entire section since the first cutscene, we collected no house points. So Slytherin is cheating and just has more house points than us, but everybody else got 0. So I guess like every other house is just having a bad year or something. I don't know. Alright, so this is Fluffy. And Harry's just gonna like gradually increase in size. So I actually super speeded behind Fluffy, which you could kind of see in the back over there. And then from that, I'm just gonna, you know, just like, just fall down the trapdoor that has no collision. And we didn't have to put Fluffy to sleep.
Oh, I'm so glad. Try not to get.
All right, so Devil Snare is actually a little different in Super Speed. One of the side effects when you do skip the tutorial is that you actually don't gain the ability to look in first-person mode, and when you do that, it means you have to actually walk over to all the tentacles in this, because normally you use first-person to just knock them out really quickly. But then after that, I'm just going to position myself right here for no reason at all. Just knock out the Devil Snare. And then with Super Speed, we just go right into the door.
Time to put your good luck, Harry.
Alright, so Winged Keys is one of the things that we don't really have a way to Super Speed through. If you Super Speed on the broom, with the exception of the second Malfoy fight, for some reason you just like lose all semblance of control, and you can very easily clip out of bounds and just soft lock. And because this is basically an auto-scroller anyway, it really wouldn't save any time, so it's just better to not super speed at all through this. Hopefully I don't miss the key this time. There we go. Alright. Alright, so next up is the chess game. And Hermione and Ron run really slowly, so I'm just gonna go right past them. Man, they're pretty far behind. I hope I don't have to wait too long on them, and somehow Ron is already here. Like, what? Alright, so I can actually super speed past all the chessboards. It takes a bit of positioning, but it's really not too bad, so hopefully this goes right. But just, yep, just like that. And that pawn really tried to attack me for some reason, I'm not sure. And, yeah, I don't like the game developer's idea of chess. It seems very, weird. Alright. So I do have to actually still move all these things out of the troll's way, but if I super speed correctly, I should be able to dodge the cutscene here. Yep.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, I almost messed it up. I accidentally super speeded while I was doing Wingardium Leviosa. That had some really weird side effects. Okay, the troll's like really far behind.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Let's see. I was trying to dodge this cutscene where Hermione
That was
opens the door.
Looks like a... Did you see the sim?
I was trying to dodge this also. If I do it properly, I can actually not even have this happen. But we don't have to do this potion minigame. Alright, this one is a little finicky, but it should work hopefully. Yep. Just like that, just go through the fire. Alright, so there's this skip in every category besides NMS called Clody Skip that everybody is annoyed by. It's a very precise, tricky, annoying, like, run killer.
I wondered what you're far too in.
And the idea is that you just jump to the other side and grab the ledge, but I don't know. I think everybody complains about it too much. That just really didn't seem all that bad. Alright. That's the last we see of, like, the super speed, really, in any practical use. The Voldemort fight is the same. Again, the first phase can be done quickly, but it takes some audio cues, so I'm gonna need to focus.
Flipendo. 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 Flipendo.
Alright. So first phase is done. Then this is really just waiting out this phase and hitting him when possible. One of the things I really find entertaining about Clody Skip is that the music from the fight that we skipped doesn't stop because the game never prompted it to. So we're hearing the final battle music overlaid on top of itself, which also means that there's no sound clips coming from Quirrell and Voldemort. And there will be some more sound glitches when we get to the last portion of this. Oh, well. That huge green blast hurts less than like the little tiny ones, and I don't know why. I'm gonna have a little fun with Superspeed at this end here. Quirrell just follows Harry wherever he is, so he just walks forward and just turns around. But the camera still zooms in where it thinks Harry is, so now it's just like Quirrell's just completely facing the opposite direction. Harry's just like, what is going on? But yeah, time is coming up as soon as I get the 4th hit on this. Alright, one more hit. So time is now. So it was a 55:42 on my end. I know the timer on stream is messed up, so I was only about a minute and a half off of my PB, which was pretty good. This is a very hard category to not lose time in because of how fast everything is. But yeah, I hope that was entertaining for you guys. That was Super Speed percent, or as I like to call it, Fast Wizard. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to stick around for the last run, which is a bonus run. I have no idea what it is, but we should donate $100 more to hit the final goal. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Absolutely, Rico. Thank you so much for the 2 runs you did, one yesterday and one today of this amazing game. We really appreciate you coming out and supporting us. We're gonna throw it to intermission real quick, and we're gonna get set up for our super secret bonus game that you all are not ready for. So just stick around, and we'll see you soon.
With luck, he may never